Welcome.
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 Welcome. To many, the chaplain is more of a ceremonial position than a real leadership role. In our commitment to our strengthening leadership, however, we have to consider the chaplain as a leader who instills and holds us to the norms that are the bedrock of our very organization. A chaplain who is secure in his or her own faith and who has the skills to listen, to comfort. They're the person that will help lead us to greater glory in service and humility.
This course is made up of 12 units designed to be completed at your own pace. Each unit has videos, readings, a quiz, and an assignment that will help you build your skills to be the best chaplain you can be. Although you are self-pacing, you are not alone. A team of fellow learners and experienced chaplains and prelates will be walking with you, discussing the most difficult topics and helping to find strategies for success. We will not have all the answers, but we will work together to find what is right.
We hope that you are starting to see that being commissioned as a chaplain is not an endpoint. It's a beginning. It's a beginning that hopefully will lead to you leading people compassionately, lovingly, and a spirit of grace and kindness, listening to what needs to be said, whether it is said or not, giving wise counsel of love and truth. There is an old adage that a faith untested is like a sword untempered. It breaks in the first battle. Hopefully this course is going to provide you with the ability to be strengthened, because there are going to be battles ahead. There are going to be battles spiritually that you need to be strengthened so that when your faith is tested, your faith is secure. Because if your faith is not secure, you cannot lead with kindness and love. Remember that you are the example to your community, in your organization and out, of what it means to be a member of our gentle craft. You are the example. Be the example to God's glory.
Not for us, Lord, not for us, but to your name be glory given. Servant leadership is something that all of us are involved in. And in order to be leaders, we have to serve. Part of that service in this Christian organization is to make sure that we are taking care of our people. And the more you're involved in the chaplaincy program, and all of us can be, the more that we will be able to serve our Templars.
On behalf of the Grand Encampment, we would like to thank you for your interest in being a prelate and doing your duty to assist God in the leadership, mentorship, and education of all other Sir Knights and Templars within the Grand Encampment of Knights Templar of the United States of America. Yours is among the most important stations that we have, because it is you who reminds each of us to put on the whole armor of God and to go forth and conquer. So with you in this position and with this training, you will indeed be able to lead the next crop of Templars in putting on the whole armor of God and going out and doing the mission of the Grand Encampment. Thank you.
It's my personal hope through this program that you and I, in our daily walks, we learn to be more closely united in the ministry of Christ. That as our order says, we lift His banner high. That when one of us should shed a tear, that we would all be so closely united that each other would taste salt. So my prayer and my hope from this program is that each one of us, in our own unique way, per the calling of Christ, would become the hands, the feet, the tears, and the heart of our Master in a lost and hurting world.
Hi. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Paul Erickson. and I am one of your Grand Prelates for the Grand Encampment. As Freemasons, we understand the importance of laying a cornerstone. Everything that comes after that cornerstone relies upon it for its proper position and angle. If laid correctly, the building will rise according to the vision of the architect who drew the plans. The Commissioned Templar Chaplain program will give you that proper foundation necessary to lay the cornerstone perfectly. Jesus Christ taught us in Luke chapter 6, verse 48, how important the foundation is. Jesus said, "He is like a man building a house who dug deep and laid a foundation on the rock. And when a flood occurred, the torrent burst against the house and could not shake it, because it had been well built." If the foundation is dug deeply and built upon bedrock, the structure will be able to survive a flood. As you go through this course, we know the Commissioned Templar Chaplain program will become the bedrock necessary for you to serve your fellow Sir Knights and their families, as well as members of other Masonic bodies. This isn't going to be an easy course. It's not a course where you're going to just sit and listen to a few lectures and then walk away with a certificate either. It will require some work and effort on your part. I hope when you're finished, you'll feel that it was worth the effort and that you'll have satisfaction in your accomplishment as you hold your newly minted certificate in your hand. When you've completed the course, I look forward to shaking your hand and saying, "Well done." God bless.
For many of us, the idea of chaplaincy is difficult because we've had examples, good and bad. Good examples are when the chaplains are kind, loving. They share their ministry of presence with people, whether they like them or not. Like is not the question. Love, need, those are the questions. We've also seen bad chaplains who are so intent on their own perspective, on their ability to be right, that even when they're terribly wrong, they don't care that they're destroying the integrity of the gospel itself. They care that they are respected. That's not what a chaplain is. Whether you're in a building like this or you're in a hospital beside a bed holding the hand of someone dying, your role is to be compassionate and listen in that ministry of presence, to be able to pray for someone. I've known chaplains who are amazing. I had a brother in North Carolina who could pray, and it sounded like the angels were weeping for joy because his prayers were mighty and beautiful. I have also heard chaplains pray where you didn't believe a word of it, and people were checking their watches going, "Please, God, these are my prayers that this guy shuts up." To be a chaplain is to be the public face of the organization, to be the face of what it looks like to glorify God. But it's also remember that it's your relationship with God that matters in your heart. But in your heart, the compassion for other people has to show forth. Be a chaplain who can minister to anyone, irrespective of their views, their faith, their love of God, in their relationship, no matter what they call God by name.